Prince George County.
Now, where's Prince George County?
Prince George County is a county outside of Maryland.
Outside of Maryland, right. Anyway, this brother,
Near Washington, D.C.
yeah, this brother, when he was 15 years old, the police somehow got him in the place. He didn't do anything wrong, but they somehow got him in the jailhouse anyway. You know how they do. And they was beating his ass, and they was going to kill him, but he ended up getting a gun out of the police holster and shot both of these cops when he was 15. Anyway, the brother went to jail, and he had got 25 years or anything, and he stayed 15 of those 25 years. So this brother got out of jail from 15 to, I think he was 34. And he got out of jail, and he basically, in the article, he graduated Morgan State, which is the black college in Baltimore. He also went to law school. But when he got out, he realized that there was no different than being out here than in there. And it's really a sad story, and I want you to, and so we're going to get some copies of this, because we want you to get this story in your hands, because it's not just a sad story, it just show you how slavery, the severe slavery is in this country, and it's not necessarily talking about servitude slavery. It's stories like this that make us enslaved. So this particular brother killed himself last year, and I believe he killed himself because he got out of this bullshit. You see, ain't no way in hell you're going to lock me up in a motherfucking place for 15 years. So I thought about this, and what happened was it was spiritual. I was flying back from New York. I did a lecture in New York week before last, flying back from New York, in the airport, and something said, go in the place and buy a magazine. And I bought this magazine, a fashion magazine, this black fashion magazine from a girl. She looked at it, she said, this shit is done piss poor. Said, go back and get a better one. And we went back in there, and I didn't know the whole time that this brother's spirit was actually leading me towards. And I said, well, I'll get a GQ magazine. I said, whatever, I'll get a GQ magazine. So, because I had my man Hugh Grant on the cover, I said, well, he's the guy that got caught with the hooker, but he was a big actor from England. I said, well, I'll read his story, whatever. And then I saw this picture. I said, well, I've been wanting to read this picture because I grazed at it. And his spirit actually called me, so we read the picture on the way, read the story on the way back. And it actually gripped me. I Xeroxed these copies and gave them out the last 2 weeks. But my point is, this brother took himself out after a while for the simple fact that, can you imagine being locked up when you're 15? I can't even remember when I was 15. I can remember when I was 15, but my mindset is different than it is now, even if I wasn't even in the consciousness. So can you imagine getting out of a world from 15, getting out of the world at 35? It's almost like being born in the world for the first time. Because 15, you're just trying to figure shit out. So out here, you understand what I'm saying? It was almost like a whole new alien world, for the simple fact that since 1978, the actual world has changed. See, if it's 1988, 1998, it ain't too much the difference. You see, even fashion was almost damn near the same. You see, but 1978 to 1995 or something like that, that's a drastic difference. You see what I'm saying? So the brother literally took himself out, and I was glad that he killed himself. See, you don't get into that, because because we are on the survival thing. Everything is based on living, and it costs no. Living ain't shit. That's that old Christian mentality. Oh, I'm just glad I woke up this morning. Well, a goddamn dog just woke up this morning. How you know that's God? He woke you up this morning. Hell, a fucking rat woke up this morning. That don't mean shit. But at what level? What capacity? You see what I'm saying? So based on the capacity, you understand what I'm saying? The right thing to do was to take yourself out, for the simple fact that this ain't shit. And for the mere fact that he did that is letting you know that it's a doggone gesture, that this shit is over. He's only going where we going anyway. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to start thinking that particular mentality and stop valuing life as so precious. Fuck the dumb shit. You understand what I'm saying? You grasping for straws, Russian roulette, spin the fucking bottle. You understand what I'm saying? This is nothing. This is over with. And for the mere fact that life is tedious and repetitious, and you got to develop new ways to even enjoy yourself, or new drugs to take yourself out of this, it means that the airplane is gone. In the story. You understand what I'm saying? And you should be looking at that every day. Every day you wake up, you go, look, it's another damn day. I got to invent something new. You understand? To drug myself out about this poisonous bullshit down here. You see what I'm saying? And it's even like that in the scriptures, in the Gospel of Thomas, the one that they took out of the Bible, said, for those people seeking, may you find. And when you find, you should be distraught and disturbed when you find knowledge, based on the world around you. But if you are disturbed, start rejoicing, because the kingdom is at hand. You see what I'm saying? But it's saying that all this, when your eyes are open, you see the bullshit for what it is. And you shouldn't enjoy this particular stuff and say everything gonna be all right. These drug things. You see what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful day. What makes it a damn beautiful day? You understand what I'm saying? When your people can't even enjoy shit. At what level is this a beautiful day? At a drug thing? Because I got a new damn dress? Because another white motherfucker in the world ended up liking me? You see what I'm saying? Another thing you got to stop doing. And not you, but then again, on the other hand, we're talking about the few that's left. Don't get around white people and talk no goddamn small talk. If a white person come up to you talking that small talk, either you get out of the conversation or you tell them, look straight up. I don't want to hear that small talk shit, because you think that you talking, they patronizing you, and they always come down because they don't think you know shit. Right. So they always gonna talk to you about some small talk shit. Yeah. How about them Atlanta Braves? How about them goddamn Yankees? Fuck that shit. You see what I'm saying? But he talked down on you that particular way. So it's another thing, like I said, this white boy came up, you know. I don't know if I was here the last time I told you about that. My girl, she works at the Atlanta Journal, she's writing obituaries. She works at the paper. And all, she get all the inside scoop and all any type of news. They don't put that shit in the paper. Anyway, this white boy worked with her. She was off that day. She went to pick up a check. And we was getting ready to go to, I said, well, there's a new vegetarian restaurant down the street. She said, you want to go check it out? The white boy was like, yeah, I want to go too. So we was like, cool, he's supposed to be this, white boy, sunflower kid from Berkeley. They go to school naked, go sit up in the class naked. They don't eat no damn meat, and they don't wear no leather shoes. All that old let-live shit, and everybody, and this beautiful shit. So I go down to, so for the mere fact that she's telling me he into all this radical liberalism, I said, well, come on, I'm going to go, So we go down to the thing, and we start talking, and he's all just talking small talk about the job. Yeah, and so and so. I'm like, wait a minute. So sooner or later, I got on all this stuff. I knew he going to get into a conversation. Yeah, but I heard the Egyptians was doing brain surgery, years ago. And I said, okay, now that's a damn entry, because sooner or later, I was going to put it on his ass anyway. You ain't going to sit up here and talk to me about no bullshit. But since before I was getting ready to bust in, but since he did it anyway, I said, okay, boom. He came in and we started talking. And all right, and I said, I'm going to lead to some stuff, because I know he's going to try to challenge me, because first of all, they always think that you're ignorant. I don't care how much education you got. So I was saying, so I said, the Western man, the problem with the Western man is he thinks that primitive means stupid, and primitive just means primal. And I said the only reason why he thinks it's stupid because he's the one that's actually stupid. I kept saying the Western man, that's the same thing as saying the white man. And so he said, well, explain. I said, well, the primitive, you go in and go cut open a heart and hit or miss. You might save a few patients, a heart transplant and all this old bloody shit, and really you just basically just patching people up. I said, well, the ancient man would come back and he would understand that he would get an egg, he'd get a coconut, he would get some sunflower, he would get some this and that, and he'd do the same thing with the heart. And he said, I got your ass now, Kirk, nigga, because you're going to have to explain that shit to me, Mr. Intellectual. I set his ass right up. He said, I got you now. And you know what? I've been doing the ritual. I've been actually doing the rituals. I've been doing some ritual stuff for a while, but I didn't understand how the process went, for the simple fact the actual science behind it was lost thousands of years ago. But he said, I got you now. You're going to have to explain this thing to me, how that works based on the heart surgery. I said, well, it's like this. Everything has an electromagnetic force field, doesn't it? He said, yes, it does. And I said, so an electromagnetic force field goes with everything, then we understand that everything physical is connected with electromagnetic force field also. He said, yes. I said, as well as everything is the organs of the bodies is also made up of electromagnetic force field. It's just slowed down vibratory rate. He said, yes, I don't even think the cracker even knew this, but he knew that I knew what the fuck I was talking about. I said, so the African understood that if you got electromagnetic force field and everything in your body is also connected with the electromagnetic force field in nature, he understood that he could go and get an animal, or he can go and get some type of plant or root that has the same electromagnetic force field that of the part in your body, and he could match that electromagnetic force field with the part in your body, and from that he can cure you by manipulating the electromagnetic force field or manipulating the physical. And white boy's like, blew this motherfucker mind, and I start laying it on his ass. I start just beating him down with the shit, just beating him up. Then all of a sudden, I realized that no white person don't like to feel stupid. See, the problem is that white people, most of them are stupid any damn way. But they automatically know that black people have a black inferiority complex, so therefore they can tell you anything, and they know you're not going to challenge them because they automatically think that you are dumb, so they can come up to you and just say any kind of shit. It's just like college. Anybody ever saw the thing when college debated the Jews out in California back in 1988, 1985? And they all came up in there with just their body. All the Jewish race and so and so, and he came in with books and beat up on them. He said, hey man, he said, you don't even come up in here running off at the damn mouth. But they figure because these are black people, and because I'm white, I can come and say anything because it's accepted. You see what I'm saying? Because it's accepted. You see where I'm coming from? So that's the key right now is, they now, and plus the thing about it is this is not the perception based on black people that didn't have an education. They know that the average black person with a college education, you always are going to cater to him because you feel inferior. Always grinning and shit. So I say, I see this girl, she works up in the law. I think the girl is a damn lawyer. I see this girl every damn day. Beautiful good black girl. She comes down with these white girls and she's always grinning. I'm like, goddamn, she can't be that funny. Not in the same world I live in. But I realize, you understand what I'm saying? She's showing her teeth because she's around these white people and she want to let them know that I'm not prejudiced. Nobody ever said you was prejudiced. That's the reason why they pimp you, because they know you're not prejudiced. You should be prejudiced because they only respect people who don't like them.